Hey everyone, my name is Lisa. Welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. Have another haul for you. Maybe this one won't be quite as big as I've been doing. I tried to narrow it down to a few less things. Also, I have not been thrifting quite as much lately. I don't know, as I've gotten into springtime, I've been wanting to clean out more. And I don't know if y'all do this, but when I start cleaning out, I really want to start getting rid of stuff, and then I have no desire to go shopping, which my husband is probably very happy about. So I'm not spending a lot of money, but anyhow, well, I don't spend a lot of money thrifting anyhow, but I haven't really had the desire to go thrifting lately. And it comes to me in waves. You know, there's times that I wake up, I can't wait to go thrifting. I'm so excited about it. And then here lately, it's just like, nah. I pass by all my favorite thrift stores and have no reason to want to stop in there. But I have done a few, so I'll show you what I have. And a couple things are kind of big pieces and all. And I do have one piece that is really big, and it's out on my front porch. So what I will do is just insert a picture of it somewhere in this video. So let's just get started. First things I'm going to show you are some books, and y'all know I love my vintage cookbooks and stuff. So this one is the Betty Crocker Guide to Easy Entertaining, and this is from 1959. And of course I like, if you can see that, it is the spiral bound, but it's kind of like a hardback spiral bound. It's kind of hard to explain there, but I love these old cookbooks like this, and then just the graphics in it. And then the way this one does is it gives you a menu for whatever occasion you want to do. And it, just says, okay, you should set your table like this or whatever. So very, very nice cookbook. And I mean, yes, I know it's an older one, but it still can be used today. But just for the actual graphics on the book, I love that. So, and these came from Goodwill, which I think are $2 for their hardbacks. And then the next one is another Betty Crocker cookbook, and this is the Hostess cookbook. Again, it's one of those kind of hardback spirals, and this one was from 1972. And again, it's the same thing. Even look at the inside cover there. Same thing. It's one of those that gives you all kinds of ideas of how to set your table, what to put there, what kind of meal to serve, depending on what you're having, what you should do. And even like the inside graphics there. Love those. I just find it interesting. Although, I mean, I think I've told y'all this before. I can cook. I just don't particularly like to. But I love cookbooks, if that is not the weirdest thing. I just love looking at cookbooks. I guess I'm hoping that I will get very, very inspired by these one day, but haven't yet. I mean, I will go cook sometimes, but it just hasn't hit me yet to really be one that wants to run in there and start cooking. I just like looking at the cookbooks. And if y'all notice, I keep looking outside. There is a cardinal just sitting there on my fence staring at me. He must be being entertained while I'm filming. And I've shown in another haul video of a big book like this, and it was called Cottage Style, and it was my absolute favorite book I have ever found for decorating. I mean, just every page in it I was crazy about. Well, this is Garden Style, and it's by the same author, and I love this one too. And I have bookmarked just a couple of pages that I will show you. Like, this is an outdoor space with a porch. Love that. I love alfresco dining. Oh. And I do it all the time. I have a table out on my screened-in porch, and I sit out there just about every meal now since I'm home. If I'm here and it's weather permitting, I'm sitting out on that table eating my meals. And then this one, look at that tub. I would probably never get out of the tub if I had one that looked like that. Especially with all the plants around it and that. Oh, I would just go crazy. And oh, I lost my other page. But I will show you something here. See like all that floral look? That is coming back. Now this book I think was from the early 2000s or 90s. Let me look right quick. It was from 2002 when this was published. But I don't know how many of you have heard of Grand Millennial style or cottagecore. That is a big thing that's coming up, and I think farmhouse, this farmhouse style that we've been having lately with the all neutral and stuff like that, that's kind of fading away. And I know some of you may be sad about it because you like it. And I do like the farmhouse style. I'm a girl that loves color. You know, I've mentioned in videos before, I'm rainbow girl. I like all the colors and I want color. I don't want neutrals. It's beautiful for somebody else, but I couldn't have it for myself because I like colors too much. But the Grand Millennial style is pretty much my style. It's like your grandma, you know, your vintage stuff, your pieces that are older and have sentimental value, and brought in with your new stuff and your eclectic type decor. Very cozy, warm. I think during 2020 when people were stuck at home and they had to keep looking at their spaces, they started wanting more comfort in their home. And so it started bringing in more things. And a lot of the florals are coming back. The prints, the mixing of prints with the checks and the florals and stuff like that. So I'm very excited because I never got out of that style. You know, it's always been my style. So now I'm in style. Unfortunately, that means people going to the thrift stores are going to be trying to get the things that I want. And so it's more competition. So, oh well. But I'm glad I'm not out of style now. And the cottagecore, I think, is very similar. It's just a little more streamlined, simple, cottagey feel and not cluttery feel, which would not be me, obviously, because I am a maximalist. Okay, now I'm just going to show you the picture of I guess it's a birdhouse this thing is huge. It is at least 2.5 feet tall. I know the picture's not going to show it, but that's what I have out on my porch, and I paid $12.99 for it. Okay, our next items, and these are kind of big too. One of my local thrift stores, it's not a Goodwill or anything, it's an individual one. They were having a 50% off day of everything in their store because they were moving locations, and I guess they're trying to sell everything that they can out of one before they get into the other one. But they had these candle holders that are the cattails. You can see it's like that, but a candle will fit just in that little rim there. A regular candle will fit right there on that rim. But they had these I got the pair for $8. And I just love them. And what I'm actually thinking about doing, I love them like they are because they kind of look like carved wood. But I think possibly, and y'all let me know in the comments below if you think this is a good idea, of taking more of a harvesty gold yellow shade, you know, the fall shade, and slightly dry brushing this part of it. And then just to give it a little bit more color, maybe a little bit lighter brown in that, just to bring out some detail. And then I'm thinking about taking like metallic gold very slightly on all the little edges, just to make it a little more fancied up. But I don't know. I mean, they're nice like they are, but I have this thing about wanting to add paint to everything. You know, it's like you can, so why not do it? So y'all let me know. Do you think that's a good idea, or should I just leave them alone? Okay, let's see, I'll go ahead and show the next big item. Is this wooden thing? It looks like an old, it is wooden box. I guess it's an umbrella stand. I don't like the color. I'm going to paint this. And I haven't decided. I think I'm going to paint it maybe white and then distress it so some of this brown shows through. And I know that's more of the farmhouse style, but it's also like a vintage style, and I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do. I thought about painting it in more of a green color like this, because that is a predominant color here in my living room, and this is what I'm not going to use it for umbrella stand. I'm going to put, you know, tall florals in it. So it's to be determined of how I do it, and I will do videos on any of my thrift store makeovers coming up. So y'all let me know what y'all think I should do with it. Oh, and that one was $8.99, and it's pretty big and a little bit heavy there. Okay, I have a video out of my mantle and my fireplace, which you see the edge right there. And if you've watched that, and if you haven't, I hope you do go watch it. I'll put a link for it below. I do in the summer a very nautical and beach type theme, and I have some ships in there and boats and stuff. Well, I found me another one, and I love this one. This one's actually on a shelf on my gallery wall, and that will be in a video also. So you'll probably see this before you see this video. Not sure which order I'm putting them out, but I'm pretty sure you're going to see the room tour with this before you see me showing you this. And it was $5, but it came from that store, so it was $2.50. And this one's actually one that you can put the light up inside of, and then you would see the lights coming through that. I haven't done that. I might do that because I think that would be really cool. And it's like a ceramic one, but I love that. And I also found that same day at a different thrift store, this little ship. And this is the color that I use in my living room. And I just love the fact that it matched perfect. And this one was $1.99. This one is wood though. And there's a little something going on here that's broke, and I'm not worried about it. I get the overall idea of the ship there, so I'm not going to try to go fix it, but I love that one. Set it there. And then next, this I didn't thrift, my mom did, and I think she gave $1 for it, and it had a little stand, but I had taken it off and forgot to bring the stand in there. But it was just like a piece of wood with a curved surface that this would sit in flat and not move around. But she knows I loved the vintage with the red handled stuff, so she got me that one. And then I have this bee. Y'all know I love my bee decor. I guess it's just you sit it outside. Don't know if I'm gonna sit it outside or in my dining room somewhere with my other stuff. And it was $3.99, and I thought it just had the sweetest little face. Now my son will probably hate this face, because I had these little clay figurines. They were called jitterbugs that I bought at a thrift store, and I had all kinds, and they had little faces like this, and just they were like almost round. He hated. He said those were the creepiest things he'd ever seen. And where I had them throughout the house sitting around, he hated looking at them. He was like, "Do you have to have those out?" So I ended up just getting them, putting them away. I mean, I don't want to freak people out in my house, especially since he has to live here. So he's probably going to get freaked out by this little bee, especially since his head jiggles. And I may have to, you know, aggravate him a little bit with it. But I loved my bee. If I can get him down in here without breaking something. Okay, this next thing is not vintage or anything, and it's, you know, I love purses. This one's not a vintage purse. This is a what do you call it, a sack roots, which can be quite expensive when they're brand new, but I like it because I can make it a crossbody, and that's about all I carry for a day-to-day purse is a crossbody now. I I've had some shoulder issues I've told y'all about before, and I've always carried my purse on my left side. I don't know why. I cannot carry it on my right side. It doesn't feel right. I just won't do it. So I always carried a purse on my left side my whole life. Well, now that I've had this shoulder issue, I cannot take anything laying across that shoulder. I mean, even a bra strap sometimes bothers me. So carrying purses like that are out. You know, carrying the kind you strap on your arm, you know, that gets tiring when you're out shopping. So I found crossbodies to be the best thing to use. And of course, I use my vintage ones when I'm going to church or out shopping. I mean, going to dinner or something that I only need to carry it for a minute. But I like the little, it's like a little fox and all that. I mean, and it feels brand new inside. So you got inside there, and then this unzips, so the whole thing's, but loved that pattern on it. I will get a lot of use, and I love that it's blue jean. And I think that was a Goodwill find, so I think their purses are $5.25. So this next piece, again, came from that thrift store that everything's half off, so it's $4. It ended up being $2. Y'all get to see yourselves there. But it's just plastic there, but I loved the fact that it's a mirror. And on my gallery wall, I have 2 other mirrors that kind of look like the sun shapes with the way, and they're round and they're gold. So this one kind of, let me do that so it's not so glary. This one will go really well with those. I know it's kind of more like a flower shape, but it kind of has that other look, and it being gold, so I think it'll look good on that wall. The next items were some linens at that store, so I think I gave 75 cents for this. It's actually a pillow sham, but I have different craft ideas I want to use with these kind of, and when I'm finding these quilted looking pieces like this, I know they're not truly handmade quilts, but they look like it. And I know if you've seen my video back before Easter, I did one on like these no-sew bunny pillows. Well, these kind of things are what I'm wanting to use for that kind of thing. You know, just make some kind of shaped animal pillow and use pieces of the quilt tops, you know, so to speak, with them. And so that's why when I find those really cheap, I'm just kind of collecting up a bunch. So when I do get around to doing more of those sewing crafts or non-sewing crafts, I will have those. And same thing with this. This was a king flat sheet, and I ended up paying $1.50 for it. And I loved the vintage pattern to it. And again, this would be something that I could use for crafting purposes of something, you know, because I loved that. And I know there's a lot of people out there who really love to collect vintage style sheets and use them. I don't like using them because they're not deep enough for my, I got like extra deep mattresses, over 18-inch deep mattresses, and so vintage linens do not work for me in that capacity, but I love looking at them and can use them for something in crafting. All right, next is this sweet little girl, and it's April. That is my birthday month, and I just thought she was so cute, and it was 99 cents, and it is a Lefton piece. And then this dish was $2.99. It's just that blue and white with the fish, and that I'm going to use in my dining room. I haven't decorated it for summer yet. Well, the beach themed summer. You've seen the early summer with the bees and chickens. But I will do a beach theme in there. Get out all my blue and white dishes and stuff that I collect, and my milk glass, and then add the seashells in that. So that will be coming up sometime in the near future also. And I got one of these little crocheted or knitted washcloths. I love these things. This is the only kind I will use in my kitchen. That and my vintage tea towels. That's what I use. And I think it was like $1 or something like that. This little statue, she was 99 cents. And I decorate my dining room for Valentine's Day, so I thought she would be very cute in there for that. And then this piece, it was $1.99. I don't know why I loved her. I guess because she's carrying the little purse, but I just thought she was adorable and kind of made me think my little girl, well, she's an adult woman now, but when she was a little girl, she had blonde hair. So I think that was just so sweet, and I love that. And then y'all know my love of strawberries. So here I found this little pot for $3. It's real clay pot, and I loved the little strawberries in it. Now I may do some work on this pot, make it look like it's an aged clay pot with the, you know how it kind of white, turns a little white chalky look, and then it has the moss on it. So I may do that to that one. Pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. I can't leave it plain. Gosh, that would be like wrong of me. I paint everything, so why would I leave it? And this piece was $2, and it's a little jar someone painted, and it says strawberry preserves from the kitchen of Nancy Michael. Don't know who Nancy Michael is, but I love the little jar that she painted to look like strawberry preserves. She did an actually quite nice job there with the shading and everything, because my mom used to teach this kind of painting, and I guess that's where I learned a lot of my crafting from, was her painting and teaching people. But it was $2. Well, actually it was only $1 because it was half off, and it also has a hanger there. But I just love that and love the colors. I love the turquoise and red together. I think that is so pretty. And then I found a set of these, and I think they were $3 for the set. Just little salad spreaders. I found a set similar to this. I think I shown in a video last year that I think they were more gold though. Gold or copper color. I can't remember now, but I just thought these were very pretty to just use in a vignette sitting around. Love those. And y'all know I love my vintage cake bundt pans. And I finally found a blue one. I have been wanting a blue one, and it's that color inside. I have been wanting a blue one forever, and I know I could paint one, but I wanted an original blue one. And I found it, and this is my favorite shade of blue. I know I love my turquoisey greenish color. I call that seafoam, but this is like that sky blue, and absolutely love it. So happy to find it, and trying to find the sticker. I think it was only $2. It was not much at all. Very happy with it. And last but not least is this huge piece. It's a mirror, and it was $6.99. And again, it's huge. It is about probably right at 3 feet tall. But that's all I have for you today. I know this one's still a little bit long, but not as long as some of my 30+ minute ones. So anyhow, I hope y'all have a very blessed day. Please subscribe to my channel if you don't already do so. Come on over to Instagram and Facebook. I have a Facebook page, and Pinterest, and visit me there. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.